The Zanin Curse. For over 2 centuries, the Zanin family had been shrouded in quiet prestige. From their sprawling estate outside Milan to business empires stretching across Europe, the Zanins were envied, admired, and, by some, feared. They seemed untouchable, but beneath their elegant legacy lay a truth no one dared speak: the family was cursed. It began with a whisper. Alessia Zanin, 26, had never believed in family folklore. A brilliant cryptographer working with Interpol, she relied on facts, not superstition. But when her grandfather, Matteo Zanin, the patriarch and last living witness to the family's darkest hour, died under strange and gruesome circumstances, Alessia was summoned back to the ancestral villa. A return she'd avoided for years. Matteo had left behind no will, no funeral, just a sealed envelope hidden behind his portrait, addressed only with a single word: Redenzione, redemption. The envelope contained a page torn from an ancient manuscript, marked with an alchemical symbol and a message scrawled in Italian. One must return to where it began, before the blood moon calls again. 13 have fallen, 4 remain. Heed the curse, or die the same. At first, Alessia dismissed it. But 2 days later, her cousin Johnny drowned in a fountain with no sign of struggle. A week after that, her Aunt Clara vanished without a trace, her car found on a remote alpine pass with no footprints in the snow. One by one, the Zanins were dying. Driven by instinct and fear, Alessia reached out to the only person who had once obsessed over the curse, her cousin Luca Zanin. Disgraced from academia and estranged from the family, Luca had vanished into the shadows years ago after publishing a paper on medieval occult rituals and claiming their family was blood-marked. She found him in a monastery outside Florence, living under a false name. "You shouldn't have come," he said when he saw her. "It's already started." Luca revealed what Alessia had feared: the Zanin curse was real. It began in 1732, when an ancestor, Cesare Zanin, betrayed a secret brotherhood known as La Mano del Silenzio, the Hand of Silence. The brotherhood was said to guard relics of forbidden knowledge, and Cesare, hungry for wealth and power, stole one, the Codex Tenebris, a grimoire said to bind both man and fate. To protect his descendants, Cesare struck a deal in blood. Every 5 generations, the curse would awaken, claiming the unworthy, sparing the seeker. Now, the blood moon was returning. Alessia and Luca realized they were the last Zanins with direct bloodlines untouched. To survive, they had to recover the codex, return it to its resting place, and perform the ritual of severance, hidden somewhere in the ruins of Caesar's estate in Montenegro, long buried after a fire destroyed it in 1799. Their journey led them through forgotten catacombs in Venice, coded journals in the Vatican's secret archives, and a deadly cat-and-mouse game with an unknown enemy, a masked man who called himself Il Pastor, the shepherd, who claimed to be the last living descendant of the Brotherhood. Alessia began having visions, dreams of blood, voices in Latin, and echoes of the past that weren't hers. As they got closer to the truth, she discovered a harrowing possibility: the curse was not just about punishment. It was about choice. Cesare Zanin had made a pact not with man, but with something far older, something that promised legacy in exchange for sacrifice. The surviving family members were dying because one of them, possibly Alessia, was chosen to be the vessel for Caesar's return. Betrayed by a trusted uncle, hunted by Il Pastor, and caught between myth and reality, Alessia had to make the impossible decision: break the curse by burning the codex and sever the Zanin bloodline forever, or complete the ritual and become the keeper of its power. In the final confrontation, deep beneath the ruins of Caesar's forgotten estate, Alessia uncovered the truth: Cesare had never died. He had transferred his soul into the codex, waiting for the blood moon, waiting for her. But Alessia rewrote her fate. Using her knowledge of cryptography, she altered the ritual, trapping Caesar's essence in a mirror of obsidian, the same one Matteo had hidden in the villa's attic decades ago. The codex burned. The deaths stopped. The curse was broken. But as Alessia walked away from the estate, ashes smudged on her hands. Luca at her side, a single line echoed in her head, burned into her mind since she opened that first letter: some bloodlines were never meant to end. They only sleep. And far away, in a vault in Dubrovnik, another sealed letter waited.